Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. I thought I would share with you things that make my life easier. Yes. Now you're like, why are you doing this, Amy? And so I was looking back. I used to do blogging back in the day when I had a lot of little ones at home. I mean, I still have little ones at home, but they were all little. And, you know, I could do blogging. And I was reading through one of my posts I wrote like many years ago. And it says, things that bring sanity to my day. And I thought, things that bring sanity to my day. And I thought life is so much more different when you're home with a bunch of little kids than when they're older and can become a little bit more self-sufficient. So I was looking through my list and it had things like scissors. Yes, everybody knows how great a pair of scissors is, right? Well, when you have little kids and you've got to cut a lot of food, scissors is the fastest way to cut them. I know. So sandwiches, boom, 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 chop, chop, chop. Pancakes, chop, chop, chop. Waffles, chicken nuggets, chop, chop, chop. Grapes, anything. Scissors right here. You can just take it, even cut up their food on their plates. They're not choking any food. Scissors. So I was like, scissors. And so we still use scissors, but not like, I don't have to cut my kids' food up anymore because my youngest is now 8. So it was little things like that. It was like a steam mop. And I'm like, I don't even think about having a steam mop now, but when they were little, I would have to mop the whole floor, and I feel like I would wipe it with cleaner, and I feel like that was on the floor, so I'd wipe it again, make sure it's dry, and then I discovered a steam mop, and it was great because I just cleaned it with steam, and I'm like, oh, life is so much easier. And so I was thinking about my life now. I have 10 kids, for those of you that don't know. I homeschool them. They're home full-time. We have 7 at home, 6, 7. We have 7 at home, 6 at home that are still in school that I have to, you know, help with their daily lives, things like that. I run them to their places. I am taxi mom. I am full-time business owner doing YouTube. So I'm busy doing videos every single day, editing every single day. And my husband has a business. He's busy with that every day. I make breakfast, lunch, and dinner pretty much. Sometimes we might buy something, but most of the time I do everything in the home. So I've learned some things over the years that have helped my sanity and helped me to have a better, productive day. So let me share with them. They might be little things, silly things, or you know, something maybe you do, or maybe something you don't do, maybe something you might want to consider changing in your life. So let's go see what they are. All right, let's just start right here with the most essential thing for the morning time. For myself, having my coffee prepared is huge. The last thing I want to do when I'm coming groggy out of bed is to have, this is a Keurig obviously, but I used to have a coffee pot just until up to last year, is to make the coffee in the morning. Nobody wants to do that. So that is a good thing to make your coffee before. Put the water in the back, put everything in the filter, get it ready. You can even put on a timer to do. But for now I have a Keurig, which is awesome. And so the only difference is I don't buy the pods for myself. I like to buy these reusable ones because I'm finding I'm liking certain coffees, and to buy them I'm just not liking them as much. So I'm gonna fill these up. I have 5 I fill up and I set here in my cupboard. That way in the morning I don't have to go, I gotta go make my coffee, and I know it's just grabbing it and filling it, but when you're not awake yet, the last thing you want to do is fill up a little coffee pot. So that is my tip, filling up my coffee pods, getting them ready for the morning. That right there helps my day start out a good step. All right, something else I do is take vitamins every single day. Taking a multivitamin every single day will help hugely in your health. You might not think it does, but it does. Take 2 every day. When there's certain sicknesses going around, or I know that people are not feeling the best and they're around me, I like to up my vitamin C, my zinc, things like that. I take this one right now. Immune defense, it's got everything in it, 7-in-1 immune support. So take this when I know that I'm getting around, I need to protect myself. Is it for sure gonna make me not be sick? No, but it's gonna help a whole lot. So take these every single day to help prevent. Okay, something else I do to make my life easier is have yourself a large glass that you enjoy drinking from. Now mine has changed over the years. I'm liking this, the stainless steel, with a straw to drink my water in. I've had kinds where it's the flip top and you just drink it back down. I've had this squeezy ones with the straw where you just suck up, and you know, all different kinds, whatever you like to drink from. Find something you like and use it, and then leave it on your counter. Like when this gets washed, I tell the kids, don't put it back in the cupboard, because if it's in the cupboard, the last thing I do is see my water bottle and I don't think about drinking water at all. It's put away, it's kind of like, oh, water. But if it's sitting out, you're more apt to drink it. So drink your water, but find yourself a nice cup that you enjoy. All right, let's go find some more. All right, another thing that I have or do that makes my life easier is I have these things right here. Now, I used to call these plates. They're not plates. They are, I think they're called pasta bowls. So you can't find these anywhere. No, you can't unless you go to an Amish store. The only place you can find them. You can't even find them online because Amish do not do things online. True Amish do not do things online. So these you got to find in a middle of nowhere Amish store. We use these forever and I love them. You know why I love them? Because they're a bowl and they're a plate. So we call them blades. Now I have searched and searched, try to find something similar, and we have got these. Now they're kind of the same, a little bit deeper, still deeper like a bowl, but not bad. These were on Amazon that we got. They're melamine plates. Melamine, I like melamine because when you have kids and they drop things, they break them. We just bought glasses last year and I thought it was like a miracle of life. I sent a picture to my girlfriend. I'm like, look what we just bought. And I took a picture of glasses and she's like, I understand. She goes, we literally bought our first like Corelle dishes or whatever, not glass ones, whatever plates are made out of. She says, in the first time ever. And I'm like, that is so funny because when you have little kids, you use plastic because they drop them. So we've always used melamine plates. Love them, love them, love them. I've been using them since the kids were little. There was a time when I used cafeteria style trays. Yes, this was big before Amazon. So we found some on eBay and they were literally school cafeteria trays. Greatest things ever because everybody's stuff was in a little hole and nobody fought because anything touched us when they're all little. It was great to have, so love those. But my kids don't need cafeteria trays anymore. We just use blades here. So I love these. These are our favorite. We put these down and use these here. These we don't use as much just because we like these ones, so blades. So if you get yourself some of these are great because bowl or plate, either one works for your family. So that's something else I love to help my day go better. All right, another thing that I do to make my life easier is have a giant trash can in my kitchen. Yes, now let me tell you why. We have a large family. I used to have the small, regular, whatever normal trash can would be for people in the kitchen, and we would have to change it every single day, a few times a day. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this. So I went to my girlfriend's house one time, and she had a large 32-gallon trash can in her, like her little, between her kitchen, it was like a pantry room, and I was like, oh, I'm like, that is the most genius thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I was so tired of emptying the trash all the time. And so I'm like, I need to get one. So we've had an outside garbage can in our house forever. And it's great because it's huge and it's like literally one day's worth of trash, which sounds like a lot, but we use a lot of trash. And then I discovered these on Amazon because they're now decorative for outside of your deck. Got this one. So I love this. They also sell the ones they sell like in McDonald's, things like that, you know, the fast food restaurants, but this works great. We've had this for a really long time. Absolutely love it. I think my girlfriend got one at Aldi last year and it was like 30 bucks and it was the same one. I'm like, what? But it was only like one of those weird sales they have. So I haven't seen them there, but we have these on Amazon. They're a little bit more on there, but greatest trash can ever. Absolutely love that. So get yourself a big giant trash can if you're tired of changing trash. All right, something else that I love that helps make my life easier is a good pair of earbuds. So I don't buy the super expensive ones, but I don't buy the really cheap ones. These are great. These are MPOW is the name. I've told you guys about these for years. I've been using these a long time. Pretty much ever since I started vlogging, I use one. And so my teenagers would walk around with their, you know, their little MP3 players back in the day, whatever they had with, you know, their earbuds. And I was like, wow, why do they do that all day long? I get it, because you're drowning out all the noise of the kids. So I understand their need. So now for myself, instead of having music going or whatever, or, you know, something when the kids are trying to concentrate, I have my earbuds. So these ones I love because they're inexpensive. At one time they were like $20, but I think they're up to about 30 now. So the price fluctuates and changes. Around Christmas they were 20 bucks and you guys all got them and I was like super excited. So amazing, awesome, I love them. I've been using these when they just had like just the earbud part at the top, but the battery only lasted for maybe a couple hours. Well, now they've upgraded them hugely and now they're huge like this, because they used to just sell the one earbud, which is one, and that's all they sold. And so now they came up with these, but these are amazing. Love these, love these, love these. I have a pair at my desk and I also have a pair in my bed because when I go to bed, I put them in my ear to listen to my stuff to fall asleep too. So get yourself some earbuds. It can drown out the noise of life. And also get some personal stuff in your ears. I usually do one during the day so that way I can still hear what's going on in my home. Great for the Zoom calls. Love having these. So another thing that makes my life easier, All right, something else I do is to make my life easier is I order my kids' school books once a month at our local library. They have a great tool. Check with your local library. Most libraries use a system. Ours is called, what is it called? Cardinal. I was like, what's the name of ours? Cardinal. And it's for the whole state. So you can get stuff sent from any of the libraries in the state and they'll send them to your local branch library. That has been a huge thing for us. And so that has freed up my home from having and holding on to many books. So we don't have, like, even though we're a homeschool family, I have enough books to hold in like a drawer, and that's it. And so people are like, don't you have books? No, I got rid of them, sold them over the years. And so go to the library. We check out all of our stuff in the library, but I make sure at the beginning of every month in my planner, I order enough for reading. And I have lists. I have lists on my blog of different books for different ages. And so if there's one during the month the kids might like, I'll write it down in my planner. And then I know that at the beginning of the month, I will order that from the library. So order your library books and they'll go there and you just go pick them up. Super easy. All right, we're in my closet. So another thing that I do that makes my life easier is I pick a staple color for my wardrobe. Now, you're seeing all these different colors back here. This is what I did. You have different seasons in life. So when I was, I'm gonna say just a stay-at-home mom, and I don't mean that in a bad, negative way, not just stay-at-home mom, but I was home all the time, didn't really go anywhere. I had a staple. I had black leggings, black undershirts, and brown was the color that I would choose for any of my tops or dresses. So whenever I went shopping, I always looked for those colors and just used that. It was easy that way. So now, since I'm filming every day, you guys don't want to see me in the same outfit every single day. And so I have a different variety of clothing. I try to branch out a little bit and try to do something different. So that for me changes. But if you have issues with your clothing, too much to control, always a mess, I don't have that issue. I don't have that issue. I do my laundry, I hang it up, put it away. It's never everywhere too much. But I do keep some staples. I like to keep all my leggings black. It's a staple. I wear my black jeggings. I have my black leggings, my short black capri leggings. And so I have a couple different color ones that I was sent for product reviews and that, but black matches everything. So I like black that way. So you can do that way. You can do the same thing with your undergarments, keeping them a solid color if you want. Socks, the same thing. That way it just keeps it easy and simple because it goes with everything. So that's a great thing to do. Think of a staple color and go, what do I like? And then especially like if you're doing bargain shopping and doing Goodwill shopping, like I know for myself, I chose brown. So then I would just look for anything that was kind of brown or tan or khaki, some kind of color like that. And it was just, I knew that I had something to go with it at home. So keep your wardrobe simple and that will help make your day better. All right, something else that has helped me hugely in my life is to have a regular, normal bedtime and a normal wake up time every single day. Now, I don't stick to this perfectly. It's not something like every day I'm like, oh, gotta be in bed at this time, gotta wake up at this time. It doesn't happen because sometimes days are busier, sometimes they are less. Some days I stay up until 11, sometimes I stay up till 11:30, just based on the day and what's happening. So, but I do try to always wake up roughly about the same time. So I set my alarm, I aim anywhere between 5 and 6:30 each day. So the days that I go to bed at normal time and I have regular good sleep, I'll wake up about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then let's say that night I stay up late until 11:30. I'm not gonna get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I may sleep until 6:30 that day. Or if I can't and I have to get up early, then that night I make sure that I'm right in bed at 9 o'clock and get my required sleep. For myself, it seems like I have a few nights where I'm up really late, and then the next couple nights make sure that I get in bed a little bit earlier. So that way my sleep schedule stays about the same. Another tip is when that alarm here goes off on your phone, don't hit snooze. Don't hit snooze. Learn to train yourself that when that alarm goes off, boom, you wake up and you just go get ready. You might be still groggy, you might not be 100% there, but learn to wake up instantly and just go start your day. It makes all the difference in snooze, 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 because you just sleep right through it. So just wake up when your alarm goes off and go get yourself ready for your day. All right, another tip that I do that has been beneficial for me over the years is to set a time to check your emails, your social media, that sort of thing. So you can spend an awful lot of time on your phone scrolling through things that are just time wasters in your life. So I know for myself, I get up in the morning and I check through all my social media, things like that. If there's a video that I want to watch, I'll download it and watch it later that evening or later in that day if I get a break. There's been times where it'll be a week before I even get to catch up on some of my other favorite YouTube videos. And so, but if you download and save them, eventually you have a break and you get to go through them. So I like to do that. And if I just set myself times in the morning time, I usually check about lunch, and then later after dinner, then you know those times are going to be much more productive versus scrolling through your phone all day long. Another thing that's helped me hugely is to automate as many bills as I can throughout the month, especially those ones that happen every single month. It helps prevent me from paying any late fees or going, did I pay that bill? What did I do? So everything is automated because they're pretty much your staples. They get paid every month as long as you got money in the bank. That is a good tool to utilize and do. Just right away, nothing I have to think about. I get a text message. I also get an email message saying your bill will be paid on such and such a day. So great thing to take advantage of. Automate any bills that you can. Something else that I do throughout the day to make my life easier is I get up and move frequently. So let me share with you how and what I did. When I had little ones, you do an awful lot of sitting and holding. You do. Babies need to be held all the time. Sometimes you're sitting on the couch nursing. Sometimes you're sitting there with a toddler or a preschooler or whatever. So you're sitting a lot. So I suggest get up and move as much as you can. Sometimes standing, doing little leg exercises, moving your body. Our favorite thing was putting on like a kid's video with music where they dance and have fun and then do it along with them. It gets your body moving. Now, later on in my life, I don't have little ones I have to worry about anymore, but I'm sitting a lot. I'm sitting most of my day editing. So I try to remind myself, all right, get up and move a little bit. Stretch your arm, you know, the arm that hurts. Get moving, move your legs, things like that. Even standing at my desk here, that helps too, to be able to stand up. That has probably helped the best for me, be able to stand and not have to sit all day long, because it's important to move that body. Think when you get up, okay, I need to move. I need to utilize my muscles a little bit just to get things flowing again, because they've been sitting for a long time, and that will help hugely in your day. Something else that I do that makes my life easier for the day is fill my sink up with hot, soapy water. The hottest soapy water, let it fill up. Sometimes I turn on this piece so that makes the bubbles in the sink, because everybody loves bubbles. But do this, especially when you're going to make a big food prep, and wash your dishes as you go. To leave a big giant mess and fill your sink up with tons of dishes, that gets overwhelming. Wash as you go. That helps hugely in your cleanup. All right, something else I like to do to help my life is to go through my pantry at least every few weeks. Sometimes I just kind of do a glance each week, but it depends on how my food prep or meal prep for the day or month or week is. But like right now, we're trying to use up things in our freezer, things in our refrigerator, things in our pantry. I don't really have to use them up, but just utilize them. And so I like to come usually the week before and plan out kind of roughly what I'm gonna have for the week, so I know that there's food. If I was doing a once a month freezer, it'd look a lot different, but right now I'm just eating out of the freezer and pantry. So like today, I sat down and made a list of meals that we could make for next week. Do we have to have all of them? No, but it just gave me ideas based on what we had. So I like to come in here and look and go, all right, what can I do? Let me show you. Now, mind you, the pantry's not super, you know, it's not organized perfectly to a T, but at least it's somewhat. So I would go through here and I'd kind of see, like, I'd look and see that pasta is low, and I like, do I have some more in my reserve to fill it up? But I don't, so this is good. Then I go up here. These are like our snacky bins, so I know that I can fill those up right there, and just it gives me like a good quick glance of what I have and what I need to fill up. So we've got some snacky ones to fill. I'm gonna go fill those. So what I did is I went to my main pantry storage of like our long-term stuff, and I'm like, what can I fill my containers? We have these Cheetos we bought. Usually I do our snacks at like our discount store, and so I'll put these in here, and that way no one's going to the pantry looking for stuff going, what can I open, what can I eat? It's already filled in here. So we're just gonna fill these up. Just something you can do. Do a glance. You don't have to do a whole pantry go through, but at least you kind of know what you have. I also do the same thing with my freezers. So what I do is I'll come to my freezer here and I'll look inside and I'll go, all right, what do we have to utilize this week? So we still have a lot of food. I'm trying to use up my freezer meals. They're prepackaged things that we've had for a while. So I came in here this week and I kind of went through and go, all right, what can we utilize for dinners this week, and we have plenty to use. And so it was a good way to go through and see what you have so that you don't go and just buy something. That's what I do, is I plan out my meals so that I don't just go to the store and go, oh, I need to have dinner time, or let's just go get a pizza because I don't have to worry about dinner. If I kind of have a plan ahead, that helps hugely in not spending money on food outside of the home. All right, so having a family command center helps hugely because my kids are going, as they're younger, they don't really care about dates or times. They don't know the difference between today and tomorrow. They just need to know about today. But as they get older, they like to know, Mom, what are we doing? Or what is it we have going this week? So I like to put everything on the calendar that I can for them. And then they know, oh, that's the day we're doing this. So what we do on ours, we have added game night this year and movie night. So every time during the week on a Wednesday is our game night. We play family game night. You can choose whatever game you want to play. Last week we played laser tag with Jensen. It was his turn. So in the house we played laser tag all through the house. That's kind of fun, but it was really fun. It was a good time. And then, or you can play a board game, whatever you want to play. And then we have family movie night on Friday. And so the person that gets the game picking, they usually pick the movie too, and they can choose their favorite movie for that week. So something to do, make it special. I've tried to plan it out for around birthdays. Like this month we have 3 birthdays, Lauren, Madeline, and myself, and they're all within a few days. So I made sure to plan out on our calendar for my birthday week to make sure that I choose those games. And then on Madeline's birthday week, she gets to choose. So just gives a little bit of specialty, and we rotate everybody, and everybody gets a chance to pick their favorites. So, and everybody participates and everybody plays. So it's a fun time. So that's what we do, have a family main place where you have your calendar so they know what's going on. All right, something else I do and have done over the years is I give my kids a schedule. Don't mind this one. Oh, they started like scribbling on it. I'm like, you guys. So having a schedule for your kids so they know what is expected of them helps hugely. Let me tell you how much it helps hugely. It helps that you don't have to tell them what to do 24 hours a day. Now there's a time that you have to tell them and direct them what to do, but if they know what they have to do before they get on their tablet or devices, that is a good thing, because then you can say, all right, as soon as they wake up, okay, go do your chart. They've got to complete their chart, which mine goes right through school. When they're done with school, then they can go have their free time. But if they do not, and they don't do their completed thing, then there's going to be a consequence for their actions. So get a schedule, print something out simple. I just made this on WordPad. I have it free. I'll try to link it below. And it's basically just, it's got for a whole month, and I listed, I left these blank for you guys, but just things like eat breakfast, take your vitamin, brush your teeth, mouthwash, get dressed, make your bed and go under it, because you have to check under your bed, clean your desk off, clean your floor. You have to be specific. Like Steven's I'm more specific on because he's younger. Clean your floor, put your dirty laundry into the bin. Autumn, I don't have to tell her to do, look under your bed, because she's old enough to do those things. And so you do it until they do it on their own, and then I encourage them to make their own schedule for things that they need to get done. So this is what I do for my younger half. Autumn is getting older where she's not going to really need this chart anymore, and it'll just be these 3, and it changes every year for the things that they have to do. But if you need it this big, maybe you just need something real simple for a week. On my blog I've done where I've just did like 1 week, and they go over and, okay, get dressed, brush your teeth, pick up your room. Simple, easy, but at least they know what they have to do. And that prevents you, mom, from having to yell and tell them what to do and kind of be a micromanager all day long. Save yourself some sanity. Get yourself a schedule for your kids. Something else that's helped me over the years is to learn how to declutter. Now, decluttering may be different for you than it is for me. For myself, I find what stresses me out the most, and that's what you have to ask yourself. So you go in your kitchen, let's take that up for example, go in your kitchen and go, does this stress me out because there's stuff everywhere? There's too much stuff in my cupboards. There's too much stuff in my drawers. I can barely shut everything. Well, then it's time for a declutter of your kitchen. Maybe it's your pantry. Maybe you have overflowing things in pantry. Maybe it's a time of decluttering in your pantry where you go through things and figure out, okay, I need to use this up. Let's pull this forward so that I use those things up in my meals. Maybe it's in your living room and you go, there's always 10,000 blankets on this floor. Maybe it's time to declutter those blankets and give some away. Maybe it's your kid's room. Now, kids, I've learned, they just grow, and if they don't have a place for everything, it does get a mess. So make sure that you have a place for everything and an easily way for them to organize it. But if you find that there's always constant cleanup of the room, get rid of some things in the room. It'll help it hugely. Your paper pile, your mail pile, if you find that it's so much overwhelming all the time, declutter it. Get rid of things. There's plenty of things you can do. That's what I always say. Look for the part that stresses you out and declutter it. Go through, weed out the things you don't need. Put those things in a box somewhere in your garage or your basement, and then if you don't touch them for a week, a month, a year, get rid of them. Send them to somebody else that can use them. Decluttering. I've learned that decluttering is a huge sanity saver in my life. All right, something else I do that makes my life easier is I have routines set up in my home for myself and kind of for my children too. They don't have to be, super set on everything, but they at least know what they have to do. So for myself, set up a morning routine. I know what I have to do every single morning. I don't have to wake up and go, what is it I gotta do? I have a set thing, and I have a morning routine video that I did to know that that's what I do every single day. And also throughout the day, it varies because life happens and children and things, but I kind of know what I have to do, but it's just very broad as to how stringent you are to it. And then I have a nighttime routine of things that I do before I go to bed. So get yourself a routine. Set up a morning routine first, and then a nighttime routine, and then figure out where else you need some routine in your life. And some things that I do to make my life easier, this might not be something you thought about, but don't take anything personally. What? That has helped my life hugely. Realize that when people do things, people have behaviors and do things, sometimes you feel like they're directly aimed at you, but most of the time it's that person and the hurt or the things they're going through, the frustration at work, and it just trickles down to you. So don't take anything too personally. That's one of the greatest advice. And I got some more. Let me give you the next one. This is probably the greatest advice. This is probably the greatest advice over this whole video is learn not to take offense. Think about that for a minute. If you learned not to take offense, you would be a whole lot happier, correct? True. Don't take offense at your job. Don't take offense at your spouse. Don't take offense at your friends. Don't take offense on social media. Don't take offense with your kids. Don't take offense at your church. Ooh. All big touchy areas. That is probably the greatest piece of advice I was ever taught. Don't take offense. It might look like you don't care, but in reality, it's not your battle to figure out. So learn not to take offense. That's the greatest. I should put that at number one. That's the number one. If I have a number one, that's the number one. Try it. Try it for a day. Don't get offended when someone makes your favorite food wrong. Don't be offended if your husband doesn't do a certain task for you. Don't be offended if your kids forget something special in your day. Don't be offended when your boss doesn't recognize you for doing the good job. Don't be offended if your church picks someone else to lead the music that week and not you. Whew, I know. Try it. It'll change your life. Another thing I've learned over the years that helps my life hugely is to let go of toxic people. This is huge. It's important for your mental well-being. It's important for you as a person to grow. Having toxic people, negative people in your life constantly. Now, there's a difference between ministering to people and helping people. But there's a fine line of allowing negative that comes in, affects you and brings you down in your life. That's a bad thing. When someone has that much power over you and it takes you down, it is time to remove that power out of your life. You don't need that toxic thing in your life. So remove toxic people, step away. It can be hurtful, but it is important for your mental well-being. Something else I've done over the years that's helped me hugely is to learn to say no. Yes, because I am a people pleaser. I like to make people happy. I like to do things for people. I hate to say no, but I have learned how powerful to say no to things. I mean, I don't say no to everything, but when I know it's something I shouldn't be doing, I have no problem saying no, I can't do that right now. Or, nope, I'm not gonna be able to do that. It's a very freeing thing, and I realize most people have a hard time saying no. They do, because they want to be kind, they want to help people out. So learn how to say no. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this video of things that I do to make my life easier. Hopefully it's something that can encourage you, or maybe you can look at and go, wow, I need to help that out in my life. So, and maybe there's some things that I didn't even mention, because there's probably 100 other things that I didn't even mention and think in this video. So leave below in the comment section below things that you do to make your life easier, because you never know, your one little comment might encourage someone, because most people go to videos and they scroll through the comments. They very rarely watch the video, correct? I know I don't. I go right through the comment section. So comment below things that you do to make your life easier. It may be a product that helps you right now in your life. It might be something that you've done you know, emotionally in your life. It might just be something you do every day, like making that pot of coffee over there so that your day can start out good. So, all right, you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm gonna see you again tomorrow for another day in the life. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. And for those of you that like to listen, we're gonna read our psalm for the day. Psalm 28, a prayer for help and praise for its answer. To you I call, O Lord, my rock, do not be deaf to me. For if you are silent to me, I will become like those who go down to the pit, the grave. Hear the voice of my supplication, specific requests, humble entreaties, as I cry to you for help, as I lift up my hands and heart toward your innermost sanctuary, holy of holies. Do not drag me away with the wicked and with those who do evil, who speak peace with their neighbors, while malice and mischief are in their hearts. Repay them according to their work and according to the evil of their practices. Repay them according to the deeds of their hands. Repay them what they deserve, because they have no regard for the works of the Lord, nor the deeds of his hands. He will tear them down and not rebuild them. Blessed be the Lord, because he has heard the voice of my supplication. The Lord is my strength and my impenetrable shield. My heart trusts with unwavering confidence in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices, and with my song I shall thank him and praise him. The Lord is their unyielding strength, and he is the fortress of salvation to his anointed. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Be their shepherd also, and carry them forever. Have a blessed day.